Welcome to BOMISpirit. This is the monthly general tarot reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. There's a part 2 on Patreon. Also, you can find it on Vimeo. Links are below for your convenience. I do these about once every 30 days or so, depending on the flow of life. And we got the Clydester right there. So Aries, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to get started with the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. Also, bear with me. My asthma is like still kicking up. So Aries, I gotta stop already. Getting a Five of Wands energy with you. I feel like you're looking at confrontation. There's a few things coming up. Confrontation, conflict, fighting, like overcoming challenges, like the push forward through challenges. You're looking at these things differently. Like the way you approach these things differently. Approaching the Five of Wands differently. So whether you are learning to confront people a different way, or deal with conflict a different way, or literally just fight or engage in war, because you are Aries, in a different way, or when you're confronted with challenges, how to push through in a different way, how to deal with challenges in a different way. These are different things that are coming up. So take them as they resonate, because they're not all going to be for you. But that is what is coming up here. You're getting a lot more confidence back. So the day that I'm recording this, the moon is in Leo, which is assisting most of my Aries peeps, most of my fire people, or people who like really resonate with their fire energy. The moon is really going to help you, but keep in mind the moon in Leo is also going to square off and go against all the Taurus energy that we've got going on, and from the 24th to the 25th, and I think a little bit of the 26th as well. So just keep that in mind. But anyway, Aries. Ooh. Any messages or insights for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? Some of you have been kind of pinned down for a bit. It almost feels like being pinned into the corner. This could be just from challenges of life, could be from conflict because of another individual. Maybe someone's been challenging you, making your life harder than it needs to be. Engaging in war, right? Again, all these things that came up, all these different things that came up are pertaining to this feeling of being pinned into a corner, feeling stuck and needing to break out, needing to figure out how to break out. This is where the new approach comes in. This is where the new approach to the Five of Wands energy comes in for you. Anything else for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Whoa. Let's see here. Ooh, Nightingale. Okay, sorry, I get excited when this card comes out. There's a lot that comes off of this card. Sometimes it's a preachy card, sometimes it's just a throat chakra card, sometimes it's just communication, sometimes it is alarm bells. And I feel like this is you using your voice. That's what that feels like to me. You using your voice. That's part of the new approach. Some of you are asking for help, which I think is good. Some of you, this is something that is new to you to ask for assistance. But I feel it just feels like strong voice is how it's coming through. Strong voice, loud voice, captivating voice, commanding voice, which Aries, you kind of already have as an Aries. But Moon and Leo energy will also help with that. It's going to make that loud, commanding Aries voice into the roar of a lion and be even more captivating, right? But the key is you using your voice. I'm a little jelly right now. All right, Aries. Anything else for Aries? Sorry, I thought I was a little close. So anyway, Aries. Any messages or insights for Aries? Ooh, we got to Swan. Yeah, it's like all this war verbiage. Call to arms is what I actually just heard. Call to arms, call to arms, call to arms. Yeah, I feel like you're asking for help. You're asking for help. You're calling your backup. You're calling your allies. Some of you, this is in the form of non-physical, like calling in your ancestors, your spirit team, right? From a place of like, hey, I need help. Please help me. Please help me. And others of you, it's actually calling in like very physical people, like your actual friends or family members, but people who are just like you. And I really want to emphasize that with the Swan. Excuse me. People who are just like you. Who are just like you. True allies. The blue and the white really standing out to me as well. These could be colors that are in your auric field at this time. A lot of throat chakra energy for you. I'm getting pulled back to the voice again. Hold on. With your approach, with your strategy of how you're using your voice, is coming from a different place. Oh, damn. I can't pause the video. Oh. Oh my God. Wow. Is that it's coming from a different place? It's coming from your sacral. Whoa. First of all, look at all these colors. Look at all that. The blues, the whites, the throat, and the sacral, which, by the way, any of you guys who know me know that I always talk about how the throat and the sacral are so connected. They're chakra points of expression. So I'm trying to express this message. I'm sorry, I gotta finish this other message that was trying to come through. Like, for the place that your voice is coming from, it's coming from a different place because you're trying to do this differently. You're trying to do this from a more evolved place. You're trying to deal with your being stuck. Again, conflict, confrontation, challenges, etc. War from a different place, in a different way, higher evolved place. And boom, here it is. Here is your power. And it's coming from the sacral. Oh, damn it. Okay. I will be right back. I cannot pause this. So just give me a few minutes and I'll be back. Sorry for all the boxes. Don't mind me. Try not to knock down the camera. Okay. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Aries. Okay. Let's continue. So it's coming from a different place. It's coming from your sacral, which I just love. I love that for you. Tiger is its fierceness. It's actually divine feminine energy. It's also spiritual awakening, but it is ferocity. Sea serpent is the sacral chakra. Like I was saying, it's all about that creative expression. That's the place that you're digging down deep from. Okay. And when you do, I want to say you're going to get a surge of confidence. Like it's almost going to feel like you're going to get your mojo back. You're tapping into a piece of you that you're not used to utilizing. And I really want to say it's coming from your feminine, regardless of how you identify your gender. It's coming from your feminine energy, from the place within you that is creative, from the place within you that demands self-care. Interesting that that wants to come up for you, Aries. The place within you that demands self-care. There's almost a need, for some of you, there's a need to establish boundaries, exercise boundaries, and be very firm in them, because I want to say a lot of this feeling stuck, it's almost like you've leaned too far into your masculine and have neglected your feminine, which means you've been neglecting self-care, things that you really need. That's interesting that that's coming through. All right, let's keep going. Not going to take that. Any other messages or insights for Aries? More feminine. Panther, also divine feminine energy. But this is catharsis. This is like sacred rage when Panther comes out. What did I say about exercising your boundaries? Oh, you're doing it. Aries, you're doing it. You're totally in your power within your feminine energy, again, regardless of gender. And it's like, here are my needs. Here is what I'm going to make sure I get. And you're not going to cross this fucking line. It's very much like that. It's very much like that. And I do feel for some of you, like I said, you're calling for help, whether some of you that's like, again, non-physical help. Others of you, you're actually like calling in like support, like, you know, calling up friends about your situation, asking for help, asking for advice, or like maybe you're actually asking somebody to stand by your side, or maybe you exert your power, right, and stand up to other people. Let's see what else wants to come out. Anything else for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Overall wave, butterfly. Nice. Butterfly is a lightened energy. It's grace, it's beauty, it's transformation. It is a nude. And it also speaks of letting go. And look at what you're letting go of. Scorpion. Specifically, this card in this deck speaks of holding on to grudges, holding on to resentments, holding on to things that have made you relatively unhappy. And I just feel this energy of neglect. That's the biggest thing, where you've neglected yourself, but maybe because other people have neglected you and you've just kind of been pushing through, and maybe it's not about pushing through in your masculine, but really digging down deep into your feminine, being like, wait a minute, what have I been neglecting here? What have I been missing? What have I not been tuned into within myself, right? And you might be surprised at what kind of comes up. And I get to, like, for some of you, this is about how much you do for others. How much you do for others, how much you've done for others, how much people have maybe taken advantage of you. Again, like, who's crossed that boundary with you, right? Aries. All right. I want to dive into part 2. Sorry that this is kind of a short video. I just want to like save my voice. It's a pretty cool reading. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into part 2. I will see you guys over there. And if you are departing here, I hope this reading was helpful for you. Aries, this is bomb. It's just about using your voice, getting into a different place within your own energy, your own power, approaching the situations of confrontation, conflict, the energy of war, essentially, or hitting challenges head on in a different way, from a different space, by paying attention to the things you've neglected for yourself. Okay. All right, Aries, I'll see you on the other side. Take care.